Well, they were just magnificent today, Collingwood. Lordy, we were there. We were lucky enough to see them. They're just in awesome cruise control at the moment.
Oh, they play a great brand of footy, Murray. Like, they're so hard at it, and they create so many goals from turnovers. I think their first 13 out of their first 15 goals, 13 of them from turnovers. Andrew Cracker, he comes on, has 15 disposals in a quarter. Jared Blair, it's just hard to know who to stop. 6 goals in the third, 6 goals in the last underlines the hunger they've got. They didn't want to take their foot off the brake. Cloak kicked 5. He and Dawes are just forming an awesome combination. And Swan and Pendlebury, I mean, 79 disposals between them. How awesome were they? And no wonder these guys looked like a bunch of, beaten footballers at the end of the day. Yeah, Brad Scott wouldn't be making excuses about travel. I think once you run out there, to lose by 87 points, their effort just wasn't good enough, and he'd really let them know about it.
Really disappointing for them. They had the little win with the footy jump. Whether you rate the jumper issue as a big story or not, that's completely up to you. But the fact that everyone knew how poor they were against the big sides last year, they weren't able to get anywhere near the mark today. And a couple of graphics just to underline the dominance of Collingwood.
Oh, yeah, just the disposals in every area of the ground. 90 less disposals, 30 less marks, which shows it was too easy for Collingwood. 72 inside 50s, it's pretty tough for the backman there. And then the scoring shots, 38 scoring shots out of those 72 inside 50s.
And admittedly, they've beaten 2 sides that didn't play in the finals last year, 2 bottom 8 sides from 2010, but it's the manner in which they're going about it.
Yeah, just like their NAB Cup, it's an invincibility that reminds me of the side I played in 2000, and it's a great feeling. You've beaten sides before you've even run out, and I think they've got that feeling at the moment.
It was a shattered Brad Scott who faced the media after the match.
Well, it was a huge day for our football club. Really important day for our supporters, and it was really an opportunity for our club to stand up and be counted. And from the football front, from coaches to players, we failed dismally. And it's a bitterly disappointing performance, and it's really time that we're trying to shed this image of a young developing football team. We did nothing to shed that image today. They are clearly the best team in the competition at the moment. Their pressure's outstanding, and we couldn't stand up to that pressure. I was hoping Collingwood's pressure would be that good because I wanted to get a measure of where we're at, and unfortunately it's a pretty ordinary measure.
He wasn't pulling any punches, and neither was his captain, Brent Harvey. He spoke to ABC Radio after the game, and he probably went a step further in terms of the kids that North Melbourne needs to have develop.
I think it's more our young guys not towing the line. The guys that are in between 20, 21 to 25 or 26 years old. These type of guys, Sam Wright, Lockie Hansen, when are they going to step up? It's now. We can't say we're going to be a good team in a couple of years because, mate, I'm not saying that. I've probably only got a couple of years left in me, and I want it to be right now. You look at Steele Sidebottom and Dane Beams and these type of guys. They're playing great footy in a great team, and we'll look each other in the eye during the week and we'll demand more from each other, because if we don't, we're kidding ourselves.
It's always startling, isn't it, when you hear a senior player name names?
Yeah, I probably don't like that, Murray. I think that's for behind closed doors for Sam Wright and Lockie Hansen. Senior players didn't stand up last week. Brent Harvey had a disappointing game, so I think I love what Brad Scott had to say, but probably not from Brent Harvey there.
Have a look at the West Coast Eagles Port Adelaide game on the other side of the break. Fancy this sort of stuff, Lordy? Aaron Edwards?
It's not for me, but each to their own, Murray.
The palm tree and the calm, gentle oceans, and he's not the only bloke. There's a bit of... Is that Dane Swan?
I think that'd suit you, Murray.
Oh, you've got to be joking.